Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Not date or time specific, but we are in the portal of the heart. February has a lot of beautiful, softer energies. You know where to go. Hold on, my little kitten gets very verklempt when he doesn't know how to get back to his little spot. There you go. Leo, hey, you can do it. Come on. Good boy. Thanks for your patience. He's almost 8 months old now, and he's getting a little more curious. I literally have understated that to such a degree that I pretty much need to check my blood pressure on an hourly basis. Anywho, okay, so as I was saying, we are in the portal of the heart. Yeah, we can associate Valentine's Day with that, but if you don't buy into that shenanigans, you still have to pay attention to the movement, the Venus transits, how Venus and the Sun connect, etc. So we've got one of those more sensitive months ahead. So I'm going to be focusing on the twin flame tower spread today. So I just want to let you know that. We have all planets direct, so that's all systems go. We have a big full moon coming up in Leo, full moon in Leo coming up, opposing the Sun in Aquarius on the 5th, so I will be doing a special reading for that. Stay tuned. Let me jump right in. I'll pull the cards and I will tell you, oh, very interesting, what we're looking at. I haven't done this spread in a while, so I do, interesting. I do have a little bit of a cheat sheet, so if you see me glancing off camera, that's what I'm doing, making sure that, oh, beautiful, that I am on track. So the beauty of this spread is I'm saying this side, the intentions I set for the reading is this is Taurus's side. This is your divine counterpart. Obviously, if you're here as a cross watcher, it can be reversed. But regardless of the energy you're showing up with, astrologically speaking, just let me walk you through the reading and then you can identify with whichever side speaks to you more. But we start right here with your mission. So twin flame energies, twin flame souls always come in to each incarnation with a mission. And this is a mission of personal growth, of introspection, of journeying to self-awareness. And sometimes we have to do that alone. This can be solitary journey energy, but for the benefit of the connection. So we'll check that out. That's part of your mission. It can also be a mission around being a little bit more reclusive, a little bit less social sometimes. So we'll see if that speaks to you at all. Now, on this side, where are you right now with regard to your soul's purpose here? You're in that energy of really seeking I know, I'm like struggling with words today. With sincerity. This is about messages from the heart, sincerity, sweetness, kindness, a gentle energy when, in dialogue back and forth. This card was your anchor card for the morning musing. So it's coming out here as well. And it feels to me like there's some kind of either sensitivity missing or some sort of compassion or sincerity that you feel may be lacking or that you're working on right now yourself. Now, that makes perfect sense because this person on this side, in their soul's purpose right now, is all about clearing the air. It's about speaking truth to power. It's fast-moving energy. Sometimes it can be prone to anger, prone to outbursts, prone to speaking out of turn or speaking without thinking. You get where I'm going. So we've got a lot of potential interpretations. I'm going to clarify everything. So this definitely feels like, well, If you look at the pages are a little less evolved. So what this is telling me is this is a newer part of your journey, is about sincerity and messages from the heart, and, you know, saying I'm sorry when the time is, when it's called for, whether it's you saying it or it being said to you. And this person is a little bit more aggressive when it comes to communication, whether it's with regard to the speed with which they clear the air of any misunderstanding, or the speed with which they, you know, try to assert themselves. And that can be where things might be breaking down if they are. Over here we have your karmic challenge. Well, we've got the Lovers, we've got the twin flame energy, the union of souls, but the Lovers card is a card of choice. So your karmic challenge has to be about choices from the heart and choices about this connection. And your person's karmic challenge is a karmic challenge, is ego, is fear. Could be some control issues, because in the outcome position we have the Emperor. Could be some control issues, could be some temptation problems, could be impulse control. So I'm seeing someone whose karmic challenge is struggling with their own sense of feeling trapped sometimes. Whoops. My cheat sheet just fell off the wall. You know, that they're tied, they're chained together, and sometimes the devil feels very much about restriction. It is a card of Saturn. Saturn is the great teacher, but it's also can be very harsh energy, very restrictive, like not just about learning lessons, but learning them the hard way. Okay, so we have that much so far. This is the present energy. There is a lot of love here. There is a desire for happiness and bliss and joy and long-term emotional contentment. Here's your divine guidance. Your divine guidance is the Ten of Swords, and that came out this morning in the blocker challenge. So I'm going to wait till I clarify to address it because it seems pretty important. And the potential outcome here, divine masculine energy and the Emperor, might have to do with some measures of control. So we'll see what that's about. Could be shifts with regard to the divine masculine. So let's look at the Hermit. I'm feeling some anger. I'm feeling part of the mission here has to do with the ownership of our temper, the ownership of what is not sustainable in the way that we deal with each other. And I'm talking about this connection. It could be to the broader community because we do have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups can be a card of reconciliation, of a coming back together, of having a cause for celebration and offloading negative energy and karma. But it has to come from deep within ourselves, that we understand that this is what's not sustainable. Living tower moment from tower moment, going through setback after setback, having blow-ups and fights and arguments and whatever this is about. And I do think there are control problems here. So if that doesn't speak to you, this may not be your reading. Remember that. We've got here the this is Aries, this is Aries. They can both be very controlling energy. This energy here, Gemini, yes, but it can be very argumentative. And we have the Devil, which can be, you know, massively controlling in a shadow artifact kind of way. So that's what I think I'm seeing here as part of your mission is, how do we let bygones be bygones? How do we kind of offload the negative heavy stuff and the role we played in it? The personal, the introspection, the self-awareness of the role we play in the things that are no longer sustainable and how we recover. Wow, that's an important mission, guys. And that's, you know, lifetime after lifetime is how you're working this through. Page of Cups makes perfect sense. Yes, you're done with defensiveness. Wow, you're where you are with regard to your purpose in this mission is, yeah, no, I'm not going to be abandoned. That's done. Boom. right? Because underneath, when I pull from the bottom of the deck, it's what's playing out in your unconscious awareness, or what's rising up in your psyche, what you're kind of preoccupied with in an unconscious way. Can also be what's playing out behind the scenes. But for this part of the reading, this is all about you. So this is you saying, you know what, I need a softer touch. I'm more interested in somebody who's approaching me with kindness right off the bat. That their first action isn't to be defensive or to be argumentative or to be resistant. That's too painful. So, you know, and it leads to feeling devalued. There's devaluation with that Five of Pentacles. So I absolutely think that this is all related to a pair of twins who have problems with solving problems, who kind of run hot and cold. Where there's been some arguments and things said either out of spite or off the cuff without thinking, hurt feelings, and definitely this is where you are right now. It's like, no, I need somebody who automatically steps into the conversation with sensitivity, with compassion, even with a little vulnerability and sincerity. That's really big here. So let's look at the Knight of Swords for your person. Well, this is definitely about the past life soulmates. The jury's out for this person. Okay, so the Knight of Swords in this way makes me feel that they are interested in clearing the air about something. They just don't know what they're dealing with on the other side. Meaning, where are you coming from? What would your receptivity be of that? Queen of Pentacles is feminine archetype of a life partner. It's someone usually here in 3D. It's about a soft place to land. It's home base. It's definitely, there's lots of loyalty with the Queen of Pentacles. And because it's under the deck, it's almost as if they're not sure you'd receive them warmly, that, you know, you'd be willing to hear them out. The Queen of Pentacles can be very patient. And at the same time, she can kind of be strict. So I've got this energy that I'm looking at with this person, that they know who you are to them. Six of Cups, past life soulmate. Warmth, emotional comfort, nostalgia. You've known each other across lifetimes, or very possibly just for a very long time in this incarnation. But with that Two of Pentacles, they're trying to assess where you stand. So that's what they're working through. And all you're saying is, yeah, don't come at me with swords ablazing. Come at me with a cup of love. A little more tenderness. Try a little tenderness. That might be a title for this reading. All right, let's look at the Lovers. This is your karmic challenge. Yep. Wow, wow, wow. Well, there's a choice here. If this person, I feel like, first of all, you could be just dealing with somebody who, like I said, runs hot and cold. Sometimes the King of Swords can be a little cold, a little distant, a little aloof, not so warm and fuzzy. Underneath, what's rolling in the back of your mind is passion, is, be sure that you come in, sweep me off of my feet, make the commitment. But I feel like Spirit's calling on you to focus on the choice. Is this really what you want? If this person returned, could you even up-level the connection from where you are right now? This is a karmic challenge position. So it's looking like you may be dealing with somebody who, when things get a little rough, when things break down in communication, because we've got the King of Swords here, they either zip their lip and don't talk and don't communicate much, which would be the reversed energy of the King of Swords, or they just kind of keep you at arm's length, a little icy. And how do you get the warmth back? The Knight of Wands is also a problem with somebody being in and out and in and out. So that could be just the nature of the connection, like I was saying, running hot and cold. And I'm seeing the King of Swords in this particular part of the reading as being a little bit more cool. And what you're after is warmth, because we had the King of Swords in the morning musing, and underneath was the King of Cups. And it's like what you're after is the love, is the warmth, is the emotion, is the sincerity, is the compassion. And what you're getting is something a little bit Knight of Swords, King of Swords, cooler. And maybe given to resistance and defensiveness. So you've got a choice to make. That's what you're working through. Is this on and off again, on and off again? Does it have a future? Can you take it to the next level? Ace of Pentacles, have a new beginning, or not? Devil. Yes, wow. You're dealing with, this feels like a divine masculine on this side. You're dealing with somebody who's just living with tremendous amount of fear. Gosh, I could get really emotional here. The moon is fear, the devil is fear. Underneath is this powerful energy of the Emperor. It's coming through reversed. That energy in reverse, the protection, the defense mechanism, the protection device is my way or the highway. We'll do things when I say we'll do things. I call you when I say I'll call you. We'll up level it when I say it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something where it's a little on the verge of tyrannical, but it's coming from fear. This isn't a nasty human being. This isn't an evil human being. This is someone who's really suffering, and their karmic challenge is to overcome their fear, is to overcome their shadow, and it's to kind of rein in their own ego structure. Because the ego here is overimposing its will on everything else. Because the ego wants to keep us small, so it doesn't like change, it doesn't like choice, it doesn't like growth. It's like, no, don't you do that. Because we don't know what could happen and you could get hurt. Do you see where I'm going? So there's a definite struggle for this person. They know who you are to them. They're not sure of whether or not you'd receive them clearing the air. I am seeing that in that light now, that Knight of Swords, in where they're at. But I feel their karmic challenge is to overcome their fear and their shadow and the hold that their ego has on them, and therefore by proxy on the connection. Which is why you're in choice mode right now. That's your karmic challenge. My goodness. Okay. So let's see, present energy is the Ten of Cups. There's the King of Pentacles, 2 up. Yes, this is absolutely a moment of choice for both of you. You could have your happily ever after. This person here would need to overcome their fears, their control, their need to control situations. They would need to show up for you, right? Underneath here, remember, Nine of Pentacles is not the Queen. The Nine of Pentacles, single person of the tarot. Independent, autonomous, doing their own thing, not attached, not married, not engaged. Got it? So I'm feeling like that's there because that's the part that you're struggling with right now. You need a softer touch, Page of Cups. You're over and done with resistance and defensiveness. You don't want everything to result in an argument. 5 of Pentacles and or abandonment and ghosting and feeling devalued. That is where you are right now. Lots of progress. Down here now, this in and out behavior, the on and off, the hot and cold of it all, is that sustainable? So, right, and we've got this Tower here is questions about sustainability. So I feel like there's an opportunity here for happily ever after, but it has to be chosen. It has to be a path that you're both walking at the same time. So the present energy is interesting because I'm seeing the King to the Queen. So that's nice. So that means your person's kind of on board. The 2 of Wands, what do you want? And what do you have to set in motion to achieve that goal? And that's for both of you. And then underneath is the 9 of Pentacles. And are you better off kind of staying on your own and continuing to move forward on your path? Is this, that 9 of Pentacles is also self-sufficiency, getting your sense of value from within instead of requiring it from the other. You see where I'm going here. But present energy looks pretty interesting. Okay, guidance from Spirit. I'm glad I remembered all the positions. Wow, we have Spirit's pretty much saying, since you've got this Ten of Swords right up here, I'll hold that up for you again, right there in the middle, right? Somebody gets defensive, you have a bad, painful ending, lots of pain, lots of finality, but then it kind of kicks up again. Spirit's addressing the elephant in the room, right? This is what the present energy is, the Ten of Cups. I'm literally seeing here a situation where things literally get explosive and everything blows up, and then you swing right to the other extreme where everything's just beautiful and love and harmonious. So I think the guidance is tap into your intuition and determine if you've learned those lessons. Can you close out this cycle? Can you close out the cycle of the swings from hot and cold to on and off to, peaceful and loving to, crash bang? Because I'm seeing, right, the cool and the hot. And there's the Ace of Pentacles, which is, the beginning of the future. It is a card of commitment. It is big offers and new beginnings. And Lovers is saying you have a choice to make. That's what you're working through, but you're up against it here. Please note, these cards, and these are your karmic, right? This is your karmic challenges. Same card, light and dark. So I'm feeling like you're reaching for the light here and have choices to make. This person has to overcome their fear, their shadow, and that may have absolutely nothing to do with you, which is why part of the mission is the Hermit, because the Hermit has to learn those lessons for themselves. They have to kind of walk on their own and release negative karma, which of course we see in the Devil here. So I feel like Spirit's guidance is, is this something that you can find your intuitive hits as to how to close out the cycle of extremes? Well, we have like a crap ton of Saturn in this reading. So let's see the opportunity going forward. What did I just say? Okay. So while thinking about the conflict, understand that your person, this side here, which I see as the Divine Masculine, has a bit more journeying to come, because there's our Hermit. So this is their leg of the mission, right? You're kind of in a different phase. Shared mission, yeah, but it feels to me like you're a few steps ahead. So this is about a crossroads moment. Forgiveness, first of all. Second chances. It's also a card of redemption. So I feel as if this person here struggles with a lot of conflict. There could be outside sources of conflict. This can be representing that in this person's mind, they have to work through the conflicts you've had with each other. There could be just general fits of argumentativeness. This person could approach everything from a position of an argument. So the Emperor, the opportunity is for the Emperor here to continue on their solitary journey, a bit of self-exploration, personal growth, introspection, with your blessing. There is an opportunity for reunion with that Judgment card, but that's not the way it's coming through in the immediate. That could be what's unfolding. We have three major arcana here with the Emperor, the Hermit, and the Judgment card. And Judgment is Scorpio energy. It's Pluto, and that's still, Pluto is the Lord of the Underworld, which is, we've got the double hit of the Devil here. There's a lot this person is working through at the moment. So if they're kind of MIA, because I'm feeling like the Hermit and the King of Swords kind of do disappearing acts, if they're sort of off the grid right now, it's their leg of the mission to work through some things with your blessings so that, reunion can be possible. So that's what I see for you. That took quite a long time to say, but it feels like an intense reading, an important reading. I'm going to give you the astrology here, but before I do that, if this resonated for you pretty closely, there is a link to the extended. And I'm going to focus on this person. So I'm going to focus on how they're showing up in the reading, where they're at right now, how they see the situation from their perspective, how they see you, think about you, or feel about you at this moment, and then their intentions going forward, which is a big part of this, and also some oracle to close it out. So let me tell you the astrology. We'll start where we began with the Hermit, which is Virgo. That is twice. We have the Tower, which is Aries. We've got the Page of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Knight of Swords is Gemini. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. More Gemini in the Lovers. King of Swords is Aquarius. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. Devil is out twice, Capricorn, Capricorn. The Moon is Pisces. Emperor's out twice, Aries, Aries. We've got King of Pentacles is Taurus. The Nine of Pentacles happens to be more Virgo, FYI. We have more Pisces in the High Priestess and more Capricorn and Aquarius in the World card, which is another card of Saturn. And Judgment, which is Scorpio energy, the planet Pluto. Okay, so thanks for staying with me. Really appreciate your patience. I'm going to the extended right now. The link's below. I'll see you there. Otherwise, bye for now.